Hi friends, this is Shakti here again. So today I got a question from one of my colleague. His question was related to the log aggregator and the log management service in Cloud Foundry. So he was asking about like he did configure and binded the service to the application, but somehow it was not able to, get the logs from the application. Even though the logs were written over to standard output and standard error, he was not able to capture those logs into his log management service. So I'll give a quick demo about it. So how we can configure any of the open source or maybe a third party log aggregator service into Cloud Foundry. So let's deploy one application and we'll make sure that we are getting the logs from that application to our log aggregator service. So for this, first let's deploy the application. So deployment is quite simple. You'll have to first log into your PCF Foundation. So here's my PCF Foundation. It's basically run.pivotal.io. And once you logged into this web service console, you'll have the temporary organization, right? I still have 0 applications, so I'll deploy one. So in this directory, I have my code. It's a temporary code, demo code, I would say, and I'll deploy this guy. So it's a simple CF push and give the name of the application you want to call it as. So let's deploy it as test app and Shakti. Okay. So it'll take like 2 minutes to deploy. It'll do all these routing, getting the build paths, creating temporary containers, creating a droplet, and then deploying onto the PCF run.pivotal.io. So let's wait for it. So one more thing here is when you are configuring any of the application for a log management service, you'll have to create an instance of that particular log aggregator service. So I believe you would already be having any of the log aggregator service into your console already, be it Logstash, ELK, Splunk, or Papertrail. So I'll be using Papertrail service here. So I already have that instance in my console. Okay, so we are done with the deployment. Now if I do CF apps, I'm able to see that my application is up and running. Now I want to configure this guy to forward logs to our log aggregator. Now how would I be doing it? So I already have the service here. So before that, let's do one thing. Go here, copy this URL, and then just try to browse it. So you have this guy opening here. So you can just do a random password and it'll throw an error. Okay, we are good with this. Okay. We can get the credential as well, but it's not of a concern right now. So this is how your application page looks like. But how about if I want to see the logs for this particular error or any of the 200 responses while browsing this URL? So I'll show you how to configure that. Go to the console, go to your org, and then in this org I have deployed it, and now it's one application. Click here. You have this guy running, right? Now, if you go here in services, you have 2 services already been configured here, but nothing is nothing is binded. Okay. Just click on bind service. You already have Logstash instance. Click here, bind, and this guy is already done. So it's been binded here. So if I go here in test app, if I click on services, you'll see 2 services here. One is your MySQL and one is your Logstash. So I'll see like all the logs being directed out here. We'll show it in a moment. So whenever you are doing any of the alteration in the variables or any of the services binding, you'll have to restage your application. So CF restage, and the name of the application is this one. Okay. So it'll take again another 2 minutes. So I'll open up my pivotal dashboard for Papertrail. Okay, so I'll try to browse the application and then just do some random authentication. Okay, now I went to my console, paper trail console. I went here, I clicked on this guy. Mm, okay, so now as we have configured the application to forward logs to our paper trail instance, now I'll show you like how it is done. And you see in the real time whether we are getting the logs from the apps or not. So let's just, click multiple times, just try to browse the URL. The moment you browse the URL, you are seeing in the console in the behind, right? It's getting tailed up. So all the responses that you'll see is related to 200 responses that we are getting while browsing this particular application. We want to see the 200 status code. It'll be somewhere here. Yeah, there you go. So you have all these 200 responses for the multiple clicks that we have done for this application. Now, if I do want to log in, just do some random login here. So these are the things that you'll get for while we are trying to get authenticated. These are the logs that you'll get. So it's just a demo application. I'm not going into the application and trying to dig into more the application logs, but this is how we configure any of the log aggregator or log management service to our Cloud Foundry instance. If you have any doubt, just let me know. Thanks, guys.